Gonna install a new awning on the truck today. Most of the stuff I've put on the bed or the roof or whatever of that truck. The lack of instructions on how to do something is kind of astounding. So this guy right here, this is a Taruca 250 XT. So it's a 270 plus awning. I'm gonna put it on the passenger side. It's gonna go from the front bumper here and it's gonna wrap all the way around and go to the driver's side rear bumper. So it's gonna cover the entire passenger side and the tailgate of my truck. It'd be really cool to have on POTA outings and on just camping adventures. But the problem is, it comes with this little piece of paper here. Thank you card, installation and setup guide QR code here, and share your adventures with us QR code here. Probably gonna have to take part in that later. So this brings up a video on YouTube that has just music playing in the background. The guy doesn't really describe or say what he's doing. He's just putting together an awning, and there's one picture of him holding a bunch of nuts and bolts in his hand, and 2 or 3 of the parts are not very clear. So I'm going to put this video together, and I might do it wrong 1 or 2 times, I don't know. But I'm gonna put this video together and show you how to install this thing. This is what the awning looks like here. That's the whole thing there. Okay, comes in a box that looks like that, and I'm going to install it on the back of my extrusion Overland XT3 bed rack. So it's got the XT2 bed rack has a front bar and a back bar. The XT3 will hold more weight because it's got the middle bar on it, and they've got a newer version out now, but when I got this, it was the newest one you could get. So as far as I can tell, this bracket goes together like this. This bolts together. These are 2 pieces here. This bolts together like this. I think this goes into the top of the extrusion bed rack, and the awning itself bolts to this. It comes with 1 bag of nuts and bolts that is unmarked, and I think that's the bag that you put these 2 pieces together with. It's not real clear, but I'm pretty sure that's it. It makes sense. The numbers, I would need 4 nuts and 4 bolts per bracket, and there's 3 brackets, so that's 12, and there's 12 plus washers and whatnot in this bag, so that makes sense. The other 2 bags it comes with say awning to bracket set. These are the ones here. These are the T-channel nuts. 4 bolts like that, and they go into this T-channel just like that, right there, and you put 2, 3, 4. You put a washer on each one, and this bolts, I think, into this once you have it all, once you have this on the truck. So I believe, if I'm watching this video correctly, we're gonna find out if this is true or not. This will bolt here, just like that. And this one lays flat, it's gotta go right there. It's gotta go on the top of the bed rack, and you can kind of move it out, in and out like that to adjust it accordingly. Now, that's not a problem. The problem I'm finding, assuming all of this is correct, the 3rd bag of nuts and bolts says bracket to crossbar set. Okay, here's one of those bolts. Okay, you see how big the head on that is? Now, I cannot fit this bolt in here or in here without taking this piece off. So I'm gonna have to disassemble my rack in order to get this in here. And then that's gonna, there's 6 of these bolts, and that tracks with the number I need because there's 2 slots here, 2 slots here, and 2 slots in the back. So assuming there's 2 of these bolts per bed rack, I need 6, and that's how many's in that bag. But again, there's no instructions or anything that says to take this big-headed honker bolt right here and disassemble your rack to get it to fit inside of that. But that's the only way that seems feasible to me. You know, I assume it'll fit in there, but I'm not even 100% sure because I haven't taken it apart yet. So we're gonna see what we see. All right, so as far as I can tell, that is how the bracket goes. This video that they share has a shot of the guy holding this, and that's what it looks like. So again, I'm assuming that this part's not shown at all. It does not show him putting this bracket on the truck. It shows them putting the awning on the bracket. It looks like it's going right here. So I believe this part here bolts to the rack on the truck, and then the awning with the 4 channel bolts, you have to lift it up on the side, and this goes like that. And of course, this is horizontal, but that's how it bolts right there. The good thing about it is, since these are T-channels, you know, you can move it, you can adjust it however you want to this way, make it fit any length of bed rack or anything like that. But again, it's not really clear on the instructions on where to put these brackets, but I'm gonna put the other ones together, get all that ready. These have lock nuts on them, so that's good. Lock nuts there to keep that from moving around, and hopefully that'll be stable enough. Got the 3 brackets together, all's looking good there. Washer on either side, the hex head nut or bolt on the outside, lock nut on the inside, so we're all good there. And I came over here to my rack and I took off the end cap. Now, some of you might say, oh, you should take the tent off first. Well, maybe I should, but I'm not gonna. All I did was take this cap off right here. And for this spot here, it's not gonna really matter that much. It's not gonna be off but a few minutes. This stabilizing bracket is on the front, both front corners and both rear corners. I do not have them on the center, so I'll be interested to see if the centerpiece sags once I take that end cap piece off. I'm not too worried about it. If nothing else, I can get a pry bar or a jack in there and jack it back up a little bit if it does sag, but I think it's going to be fine. But the moment of truth is, will these big honker square-headed bolts fit in this T-channel? And I think they will. So just like that. Ooh. This is the Taruca 250 XT awning, which XT means it's extra long. It swings around from the driver's side rear bumper of the truck all the way to the passenger side front bumper of the truck. So it covers a solid half of the pickup truck, one full side and the entire back covering the tailgate. I picked this up from Taruca themselves. They were a vendor at the Overland of America Expo last year, September of 2025 in Jay, Oklahoma. I'm looking forward to going to that show again this year. So if you're around the northern Oklahoma part in September, join us for Overland of America. But it took them about 2 months to ship it to me. So I received it somewhere middle of November, something like that. And I just stuck it in the garage for a few months until the weather started to get warmer. And then I started to do the first part of this video somewhere around March. And then we finally got it deployed onto the truck. I had several friends help me at the More Expo in April of 2026, and we got it mounted on the truck. And I'll show you that here in a minute. And this is the first time today that I'm ever opening it. So I'm gonna be looking for Taruca at the Overland of America Expo again this year in Jay, Oklahoma in September, just in a couple of months from now, and asking them about the walls for this awning. It's got back walls, side walls. You can build an entire tent out of the side of your truck with this thing. It's really cool. So let me know what you think in the comments below. The installation of this awning was a bit more challenging than what the guys made it look like on the video that I had referenced earlier in my video. So what I did was I had to take, after I got these brackets mounted, these right angle brackets right here, mounted to the extrusion rack, after I got those mounted, I made sure these were lined up and pretty much parallel with the bed of the truck. You know, they weren't like this and they weren't like this when you mounted the awning up there. After I did that, I pretty much had to tap, not really hammer, but tap the square-headed bolts into the rack, into the channel here. Okay, so once they were in there, which is good because that means they're not going anywhere. So once I did that, I removed the bolt. The two bolts were in place up there like that with nuts on the top of them. I removed all three of these brackets. We put the bracket on the awning, lifted the awning up and set it back to match up with the already mounted bolts that were in the bed rack. So that's how we got it up there. It took about 3 of us to do it. Well, it took 3 guys to lift it, and I was, since I'm the shortest one in the bunch, I was inside of the bed, putting the nuts on top of the bolts as the guys held it in place. So it took about, I don't know, once we figured out that we had to do it the hard or the easy way, because the way they showed it was to put 4 bolts in the 4 channels on the back of the awning and do that 3 times. So you got 12 bolts that are just sitting there free, and then you lift it up and bolt it in that way. Nah, that was really too hard. Once we figured out the way that I just described, it took like, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes to get it up there. Once I got the first bolt on, I've worked on the first bolt on the back, the first bolt on the front, the first bolt on the middle. And once I got those 3 going, it was pretty much just tightening down after that, and it was good to go. Today's actually the first time I've ever actually opened it up. It's been on the truck. That was 2 months ago when we installed that at the More Expo of 2026. And today's the first time I've opened it up. And man, I wish I would have opened this thing up before now. This thing is freaking sweet. Well, it comes with all of this stuff that's in the bag here. Okay, it comes with these hammer drills, these hammer stakes, I should say. Hammer drill stakes that you could put an impact on or a drill on, and these screw into the ground. So if you want to bolt it into, if you want to anchor it into the ground, you can do that if you're in a windy day. It's got eyelets on each of the corners there, like that. Of course, it's freestanding. There's no wind today. Well, there's a slight breeze, and that's about it. There's hardly any wind today. I've got it anchored off on the side here, and these are sort of like ratchet straps. I can push in on this lever right here and move the rope in and out. So I just got it real tight and then just kind of pulled it, put it on the rack right there. So it's holding that corner there. We've got support arms. I've only got this one down right now. Put it down on the ground, lift up on it a bit, and twist this bottom piece to lock it in place. Okay, and those strap, Velcro strap, up to this arm right here. So there's that one right there I have down. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 others. So 5 in total. And again, you don't need them. They're for extra support or if you want to put walls on, which I would love to get the wall kit for this thing. I really want to get a wall kit. And then this one here folds over and you can see that's covering most of my passenger door. Passenger door opens all the way up. There's no impedance there. And close the door. Back door. All the way up, nothing bothering it there. And we're good to go. This is slick. I like this. I've got this pulled all the way over to the side there to keep that corner right there taut, and it's working great. Boy, I love this thing. Now, it's not going to keep the rain off of you because it's just mounted too far away from the cab like that. Right there, there's a gap in here. This thing's more for shade than anything. And once I put the wall kit on it, I don't remember if there was a wall kit for the back or if it's just for the front. I'm going to have to find that out later. Once I put the wall kit on it, it'll be like a really nice built-in tent for the truck to go camping, overlanding, do some POTA, whatever. Now, one last thing. I'm going to have to look this up. There's a light, there's LED lights in the awning. And they're right there. You can see that white piece on the arm right here. That's an LED light. And I've got it plugged in. It's got a barrel connector right there that I just showed you. And then it's got this cable that comes with it right here. It's got USB-C on the other end. I've got it plugged into my USB-C, but they're not coming on. So I don't know if it requires a certain amount of power. That is not a PD connection. That's not a PD connection on that USB-C. So I'm gonna have to look that up and see if it requires a certain amount of power. If I can get it to work with an adapter, the perfect place to plug it would be back here in my IceCo fridge because it's got 2 USB-A plugs right there that I never use for anything at all. And it's plugged directly into my secondary battery system. But that may or may not, if it requires power delivery, like 9 or 12 volts or whatever, which that is not providing right now, then I'm going to have to figure out another solution for that. But pretty cool that it powers via USB-C either way. But that is the Taruca Adventure Gear 270 XT awning mounted on the KC5 HWB Ford F250. I'm going to have fun with this. Some upcoming POTAs and whatnot. 73 guys, let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this gear. That's not necessarily ham radio gear, but it's gear on my mobile ham radio rig. And if you do, let me know if you have a setup like this. Let me know what you're using, what brand, why you like it, what you think about this one as well. 73, and we'll catch you next time.